Hi, my name is Olivia. I've landed just in time to catch another segment of Daily AI Prompts for Job Seekers with William Craig III. Today, Mr. Craig will be demonstrating another powerful prompt to help us use AI effectively in our job search. I can't wait to see what he's going to share with us. And the best part is, I can watch the replay on his LinkedIn profile or his YouTube channel at Get Up and Get a Job. Okay, fasten your seatbelts. Mr. Craig is about to take off.
Thank you so much, Olivia, and welcome back to those of you who have been following the series either in person or by watching the replays. And a warm welcome if this is your first time joining us. Look, this is Daily AI Prompts for Job Seekers. I'm William Craig III, an AI business and career strategist. And today's inspirational segment affirms that we have gifts that the world needs, so we should stop hiding them. Not the world, stop hiding our gifts. Look, if you're new to the series, I've got a clear mission to help you move beyond overwhelm and into action. Fact is, people who randomly put out resources with hundreds of AI prompts are well-meaning, but sometimes too many prompts can actually be paralyzing. So Daily AI Prompts for Job Seekers is focused on giving you just one powerful, practical prompt each and every day. Now, no matter how long you've been unemployed, underemployed, or maybe you're just unhappily employed, my goal is to help you run your job search like a well-organized job campaign, one with clarity, confidence, and strategy, using AI as your job campaign manager. Look, if you've missed any of the segments, feel free to visit my LinkedIn profile. There you can watch the replays, or better still, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you for all of you who have subscribed to my YouTube channel recently. Seeing the numbers go up, I appreciate it. It's called Get Up and Get a Job. And you just go to YouTube, type in Get Up and Get a Job, click the subscribe bell, and you'll be notified every time I go live or share a video that I believe would be of help to you. All right, so we had a couple of folks who are making themselves known in the chat here. So let's see here. Let's see who we've got joining us that is making themselves known. We've got, first up, John Werner. Hey, John. John says, hi, William and everyone. I hope everyone is having a great week. Happy Inspiration Friday. Same to you, my brother. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Dawn Lewis is in the house. Hey, Dawn, thanks so much for joining us. Good afternoon, everyone, she says. Happy Inspiration Friday. Thanks so much, Dawn. I appreciate you being here as well. Shelly is in the house. Shelly says, happy Friday, everyone. Happy Friday to you. Thanks so much for making yourself known. And then DJ Helig says, so glad to be here on Inspiration Friday. Thanks, William, for the good words. Oh, my goodness. Thank you. This is my pilot friend, huh? Come on now. Come on, somebody who can get me where I got to go when I got to get there. Look, so glad that you all are sharing with me today. And as always, again, I can't thank you enough. This is a calling and something that I cannot run from. It's what I'm supposed to be doing. And so for those of you who are joining me on this journey, again, I say thank you. With that, let's take a look at today's prompt. And what I found interesting is, and I didn't plan this, but today's prompt actually is similar to, well, today's subject matter is similar to last week's inspiration. And again, I did not plan it that way. I simply went week by week and put in the information that I thought would be helpful. But nonetheless, our prompt says, write an affirmation inspired by 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 10, that reminds Mary and you and me to use her gifts to serve the world with confidence and joy. Now, last week, what we learned was that the job that we get next, the opportunity that we move into next is not just about us, but it's about others. So let's see how today's lesson, message, strategy ties into that. And Chad is right on it. Let me ask you something. What if, find my mouse, here's the mouse, there it is. What if the very thing you've been holding back is the answer someone else has been praying for? And I got to stop right there on purpose, because this week has been an interesting week. And it's been interesting because I've had people reach out to me to say, hey, I need you. Hey, I'd like to work with you. Hey, how can I work with you? Hey, are you still doing? And at a time where, I'll be honest, I was kind of questioning whether or not I needed to pivot. And confirmation came. And so I'm here, like I said, can't get away from it. Cannot, don't want to, but here we go. As each one has received a gift, minister it to one another as good stewards of the manifold grace of God. That's 1 Peter 4:10. We've been given a gift by God. I don't know what your gift is. And hopefully you do know what your gift is. I've run into people who say, oh, I don't know what my gift is. Oh, I don't know what my purpose is. I don't know what my calling is. And I know what my gift is. It's this. It's the thing that I'm doing. It's sharing the information that is helpful. Now, I was born on 411. Okay. I was born on 411. That's the information number. Oh, okay. And I've been called Mr. Encyclopedia. I've been called Mr. 411. I've been called Mr. Information, you know, and not really realizing all those times in the past how God has gifted me to be able to synthesize complex information and share it with others for their benefit. And it's the thing that floats my boat. I like knowing about stuff. And as we were doing career coaching uh, uh, over the past, actually going on probably 14 years now, but very, uh, very recently in a program, one of the things that I realized was that AI, artificial intelligence, A, was here to stay, and B, could provide leverage for job candidates. And so what did I do? I started boning up on learning how to use AI in a job campaign. And that has morphed into not only helping folks with using AI in their job. Well, I say job campaign because it's not about searching for the next job. It's about understanding what your your talents, abilities, gifts, and skills are, and the value that you bring to an opportunity. And therefore, we call it a job campaign. But now it's not just about the job campaign, but it's about the business campaign and working with small businesses, working with small nonprofits to help them to utilize AI in growing their business. And then it has morphed into working with individuals to show them how to generate income using AI, either as a side hustle, as they say now, side gig, part-time job, or going into some sort of consulting on a full-time basis. And so, but it all stems from the same gifting of learning about information, synthesizing it, and sharing it with the masses, if you will, so that they can benefit from it. That's my calling. That's my gifting. And so I need you this weekend. And I say I need you, but I suggest, I implore, I beseech you, to use a biblical term, to sit down with yourself if you're not clear on what your gifting is, if you're not clear on what your calling is, because with that gift comes a calling. In other words, with the gift comes a way to use the gift. All righty. And our scripture here says, as you're going to use that gift, you're going to share it with others as good stewards of the manifold grace of God. What does that mean? That God gives us grace in so many different ways. He gives us grace to deal with belligerent people, you know, he gives us grace to deal with our spouses and significant others and loved ones when we really don't feel like being bothered, huh? Especially when we're trying to watch the football game and all of a sudden there's a question that comes up. It's like, what does that have to do with right now? Right? But he gives us grace so that we're not disrespectful, and so that we have a listening ear, and so we apply patience, because again, he's patient with us. Oh my goodness, I could spend a half hour right there, okay, on how God is patient with us. But he's given us grace in how to use our gifts, and again, as I just outlined to you, he's given me grace. He's given me grace to be able to understand, okay, here's the gift I've given you. And now here's the calling. The calling is to work with people who are trying to get employment. The calling is to work with people who are trying to generate business. The calling is to work with people so that they can become independent of jobs, because jobs are not guaranteed, especially in the turbulent times in which we live. That's the call. In addition to sharing the gospel, quite honestly, this can I just tell you a little secret? This is my little slick way of sharing the gospel with you all, huh? But in a way in which you can accept it easily, and it lines up with what it is that you're doing, which is looking to better yourself for your next opportunity, prepare yourself for your next opportunity. But I get to slip in on Fridays, for those of you who allow me to share with you the gospel. And so that's the calling as well. And I want you to sit down this week. If you're not sure what your gift is, sit down and think about it. What's the thing that you do naturally? What's the thing that you could wake up 2 o'clock in the morning and it's just easy for you to do? I've been able to do this synthesizing of information since I was a kid, honestly. And of course, I didn't understand exactly what I was supposed to do with this information, but I shared as a kid. I was the kid who would take the dictionary and I would pick a word, and it would be my word for the week. It was a word that, amelioration, right? That was one of the words in high school that one of my best friends, he will remember till he goes to his grave or goes home with the Lord, one either way. But amelioration was the word that I used and made popular in high school. Story for another time. But all through my youth, I'd pick words that I didn't know, and I'd learn the meaning, and then I would use that word wherever I went, taking complex information, complex for my peer group for sure, synthesizing it and sharing it for their benefits. And so now that once you get your gift, now it's about understanding your calling. For some of you, part of the reason that the job hasn't come through is because you're called to a higher level. You're called to go in and work as a consultant. You're called to have your own business. You're called to be an entrepreneur. Now, you say, "Well, William, how can I do that? I need money now." Well, again, I'm going to tell you what my coach told me. Here's how you schedule things. Here's how you set up things. Here's how you arrange things. Here's how you take that gifting that you have, William, and package it in a way so that it can benefit others and you can get paid at the same time. And so, once you get the gift, identify the gift. That's step one. Step two, identify the calling. Who are you called to serve? In professional terms, we talk about the perfect avatar, right? And your avatar may be a nonprofit organization that specializes in helping runaway children and providing all of the wraparound support services that they need so that they can actually become productive members of society and loose themselves of all of the anger, the fear, or whatever it is that has caused them to act out in the way that they do. Maybe that's your avatar. Maybe your avatar are, women who have been abused and are trying to find their way in life and trying to get back on track because their self-identity has been stripped away by abusive uh, people in their lives. You know, maybe you're the one to help young men who are coming up. And I mean, I could go on and on with examples. I think you get the point. Identify the gift, identify the calling, and then get a coach to help you if you need, or just get busy and make it happen. Use ChatGPT to strategize. What's important is each one of us has received a gift. We're supposed to use that gift to help each other. Let's minister it to one another to help other people. As good stewards, showing ourselves faithful in what we've been given. And it's only through the grace of God. And each one of us has been graced and given an opportunity to be productive and to sow into the lives of others. All right. That's what I got. Let's see what ChatGPT finishes off with. Now speak this over yourself. Chat says, I have been entrusted with gifts that matter. They are not random. They are intentional. God has placed something valuable inside of me, and I will not hide it or second guess it. Some of you have been second guessing your gift. You already know, but you've been second guessing and you talking yourself out of it. I want you to stop it. All right. I serve others boldly, knowing my gifts carry solutions, healing, and opportunity. I show up with confidence, not because I'm perfect, but because I'm prepared and called. I give freely, knowing there's always more where that came from. Oh my goodness. When you're feeling depleted, when you think you can't give any more, guess what? There is more. You can go back to the well because why? It's a spiritual well. It's not a physical well that runs dry, but it's always flowing, always giving, always available. 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, it's available. 6 o'clock in the evening, it's available. 5 o'clock in the morning, it's available. Oh my goodness. I walk in joy because every act of service is proof that God is working through me. That's where my joy comes from. That's where my enthusiasm comes from. That's where this energy that I have comes from. Is everything working in my life the way I want it to? No. Things happen. Crazy people come into my world. Does that make me happy? No, but it's not about happiness. It's about that next level. It's about the joy that I have in knowing who I am and whose I am. I'm going to say that again. It's not about that surface level happiness, but it's about the deep inward joy in knowing who I am and whose I am. Come on now. You're not just trying to help, you're stewarding something sacred. Take this with you today. Use your gift once on purpose. Encourage someone. Solve a problem. Share what you know. Don't wait for perfect. Move with what you have. You've got this. Help is here. Oh my goodness. Thank you, chat. Thank you. And so let me know what you think about them apples. Okay. Let me get this link to today's prompt. This is powerful. I love this. And this is even more powerful than last week, in my opinion. But it all leads to the same place because it's not about you. Okay, I put that prompt, the link to the prompt in the comments section. Look, maybe this what I'm saying is foreign to you. Maybe it's difficult for you to accept, in part because you don't have a relationship with God. I would say today is a super fantastic, scrumdiddlyumptious day to get to know the God of the universe. And all you've got to do is reach out to him and say, God, look, I want to know you. I want to be favored by you. I want to be recognized as your child. And I realize that the way that I do that is that I accept the sacrifice that you made through your son, Jesus, who gave his life for all of us, because through one man's sin, Adam, sin came into the world. One man's disobedience, sin came into the world. But by one man's obedience, sin was eradicated from our lives if we will accept that sacrifice and make it known to the rest of the world. That's all we got to do. That's all we got to do. It's just that simple. And so if you believe in your heart and you confess with your mouth that Jesus came, he died, he rose again, he's coming back, and you want to go with him, that's it. That's the beginning of a transformed life. Now, maybe you've done that and you walked away, you strayed away because, life has come at you in so many ways and you tried to find ways to get out of this, that, and the other. And you know they were wrong, but you did it anyway because you had a choice. That's the thing. We have free will. We can choose. Guess what? At the end of the day, you can come back. You can go back. God's waiting with open arms to receive you back. And if all of this is just like, I'm not sure, then you know what? Just take a little time and say, God, I want to be sure. I want to be sure. I really want to be sure. Speak to me, show me, talk to me, make yourself known to me. And he will. And if you're one of those people, you've done all of these great things, but hey, for whatever reason, you've been hurt by somebody in a church somewhere. You said, I'm never going back to church. I'm just going to have a relationship with God. Guess what? Don't let that spoil it for you. When people get on your nerves at your job, you don't just up and quit your job and say, I'm not going back to that place. Huh? What do? If anything, you find another job. All right? Find another church where you can go and allow the gift to work through you in service to others. All right? That's my message for today. And I love you guys. Oh, I love you so much. I really do. So look, I love you. I'm just going to leave it there. I love you. And so a couple of things popped up while I was talking. Let's see here. We have, TJ Richardson joined the party. Hey, TJ from Arizona. Hence, she says, good morning and very happy Inspiration Day. So glad that you shared time with us today. I hope this message touched you. Look, Daniel Velez, I was wondering where you were. I was going to reach out, make sure you're okay. Happy Inspiration Friday and team. Happy Inspiration Friday to you, Daniel. Glad that you're here. And then let's see here. John Werner says, thank you for today's inspiration and sharing your stories, William. This verse is an encouraging reminder that our skills and experiences are needed and can positively impact others. Yes, even in a job campaign, we can actively use our gifts to support, uplift, and connect with those around us. Absolutely. And in fact, that's what we're expected to do, according to 1 Peter 4:10. Hey, look, I love you guys. I can't say it enough. Let me get on out of here and ask you to do one thing for me between now and Monday, 12 noon. Stay safe. Pay attention to what's going on around you. If you see something or hear something that seems out of place, let somebody know. All right? Let somebody know. You be the person to make a difference in your life and perhaps in the lives of others. And at the same time, I don't want you to be paranoid. I just want you to watch as well as pray. And let's see what else just popped up. Daniel Velez says, good weekend to all. Good weekend to you as well, my friend. All righty. Look, have a wonderful rest of your day and a wonderful weekend. Look forward to seeing you Monday, where we're going to do it all again in a different way. And just remember these three things. God loves you. I love you. Nothing you can do about it. Bye, everybody. Thanks so much.
Wow, that was fantastic. I haven't been this excited to learn about something since I left basketball. Anyway, Mr. Craig did another great job of sharing an AI prompt that anyone can use in their job search. Be sure to join him every day, Monday through Friday at noon Eastern, on his LinkedIn profile or his YouTube channel called Get Up and Get a Job. You can watch the replays there as well. And while you're at it, share this information with someone you know who wants or needs a new job. I've got to run. My team needs me. But keep up the great work, Mr. Craig. You're providing a great service for the community. I'm going to tell all of my players about daily AI prompts for job seekers with William Craig III.